Is referred to as Holmby Hills, and this will bring us over to Bel Air. Holmby Hills, very, very elite, just as elite as Bel Air. This is where the Aaron Spelling estate is, one of the greatest television producers in the history of Hollywood. Now, Aaron Spelling passed away a few years ago. His wife Candy inherited everything. She put the market on, she put the estate on the market for sale. And the asking price was $150 million. I just found out a few days ago it sold. It sold for $85 million. It's hard to see it, but if you look across the park to the right, where that wall is, that's the Aaron Spelling estate. You'll see the roof and the arches and everything in a second. It took 18 years to complete. It's 46,000 square feet. It has an indoor swimming pool, indoor bowling alley. She had 2 rooms just for gift wrapping. But it sold for $85 million. There's a good view of it there. A young girl from Europe bought it. I can't remember her name, but she's a big heiress. Yeah. But I can't imagine. That's cute. Yeah. That's just big. Okay, you're going to notice in front of us the beautiful entrance going into Bel Air. There's several entrances going in, but this is the main one. I'm going to point out this little firehouse to your left. This is firehouse number 71. And that's where the ambulance came from that went to Michael Jackson's estate. If you ever watch that video again of the ambulance leaving his estate, it was 71. Now, Michael's estate was to the right. We're not allowed over there. But the ambulance came out of here, went to the right, picked up Michael, came back to the left here, up around this curve on our left side is UCLA Medical. And that's where they took him by ambulance. Now you're going to notice the Bel Air sign as we drive in. You'll notice as we go in they have their own security department here. Everybody is videoed driving into Bel Air. Welcome to Bel Air, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the sign to your left. Security department to the right. Cameras in the bushes hidden in front of us to the right here. Now, how you always know when you're in Bel Air, there's no sidewalks in there. The big joke is they don't walk in Bel Air. But the reality is the real estate's too expensive. You saw the movie Working 9 to 5 with Dolly Parton. This house coming up on the right is the house they used in that movie. Right here to your right. Now there's a brand new mansion under construction. It'll be coming up around the curve on the right side. We've not been able to confirm this, but the rumors that are flying all over LA, it's the future home of Arnold Schwarzenegger. I tend to believe this rumor because if you look at it, it's been designed kind of like the White House. Here it is to the right. You get a better view of it up here. Now when they build these homes in Bel Air, they like to show you a photo of the finished product. You'll see it here on the gate to the right.
Is that going to be Arnold's or Maria's?
Good question. Might go to the Love Child. Coming up on the left, he's a great actor, but he just lost his house a year ago because he didn't pay his taxes. Nicolas Cage to your left. Now the estimated value on this house was $26 million. I believe it sold at public auction about 7 months ago for $21 million. A group of investors purchased it. Across the street from Nicolas Cage is Stone Mansion to our right. This is Paris Hilton's mom and dad. And Paris's mom is really a nice person. She's actually come out here and talked to everybody on the bus. She's very, very nice. I like pointing out, excuse me, Paris's neighbors here. Look at their lawn here to the right. It's turf. Okay, when I turn left, focus on the right. This big white house up on the hill from the TV show The Fresh Prince of Bel Air. So they only used the outside of the house for the show. The rest of it was all filmed in the studio. I'll show you something pretty interesting. Through the years, one of the owners along the way was a big fan of tennis. And I say that because you'll notice there's a gully here next to the property. So look what they did. They actually installed elevated tennis courts.
Oh, wow.
The next one, we're only going to see the perimeter, but the perimeter is very, very impressive. She currently lives here. Her and her husband moved into the estate when they moved out of the White House. It's the home of our 40th president and former First Lady, President Ronald and Nancy Reagan. The property is all protected by Secret Service. So we come around the curve, directly in front of us, this is the Reagan estate. Now look to your left, look at the landscape. I've seen Nancy several times. The gates in front of us will open up, and she's escorted by 2 Secret Service vehicles. She sits in the back seat of a red Lincoln. She's a very tiny little frail woman. She waves to us a lot. She's very nice. Now originally when the Reagans bought this property, the address was 666. And Nancy had Ron change that to 668. You'll see the fence is all wired for movement. On the other side of the fence, that brick building, that's not part of the original estate. They built that for House Secret Service. Nancy has wealthy neighbors, nobody famous, but they started a little landscaping project. Coming up on the left side here, look at this little project.
Oh, wow.
Oh, looks like we found the party. These guys valet park. You don't throw a party in Bel Air without valet parking. Working hard, I see. Now this is the house on the left where the party is. Across the street, and her gates are open. She lives here. This is America's favorite sweetheart, Doris Day's house, 501. Remember her? Casey Rossera. She's nice too. Who got in the car? Somebody got in the Prius. It might be her daughter. Doris is nice though. She'll open her door every now and then, and she blows kisses at everybody. She looks good too. She's about 300 now. This one just sold on the right. It's formerly Alfred Hitchcock's estate. Now for years it had 2 huge birds on the end of the driveway here on these pillars. The new owners bought this about 9 months ago. First thing they did was took the birds down. So you'll see as we leave Bel Air, we're being videoed again. Camera's on the right here. We're going to start working our way out to Santa Monica. It's a beautiful community, population roughly 100,000. Very upscale, posh community. They have 75 museums and art galleries. Yahoo has a corporate office there. Google has a corporate office there. MTV, it's the home to MTV Network. They broadcast out of Santa Monica. And when I turn here, you'll see we're driving alongside the UCLA campus, University of California. When we get to Santa Monica, that's my suggestion for lunch today. It'll be the longest stop. There's 2 attractions there. The first area is called the 3rd Street Promenade, and that's 8 blocks of shopping and restaurants. So I'll show you that. And then the second attraction is the Santa Monica Pier. It's a beautiful pier. It's 100 years old. It has a carnival theme to it. There's roller coasters and Ferris wheels. There's restaurants on the pier as well. Where I drop you off, you'll be able to walk to either one or the other. This is all UCLA campus to your right.